Uh, all right. So the stock market, is it worth it? Is the stock market worth the risk? So, okay. Now let's talk about some of my gains, some of my losses. We go through real quick. Oh man. Yeah, and all of that. All right, so I have been putting all of my little bit of extra dough that not my savings, but anything after my savings. Uh, and so there's my rainy day fund, there's my savings, and there's my checking, and then there's everything after that. So I like to keep my rainy day fund at a uh, value of a set of flat tires. That's just how I look at it. If all four flats went out right now, how much would it cost me to get four new tires? So I like to have four new tires. This is four new tires. This is not four used tires. This is I go to Goodyear and grab four new tires. How much is that going to cost me? So that's a pretty penny. So that's the way I look at things. I look at things, and I guess I don't know if that's I don't know. It's just a necessity. Like I look at things and how life happens. So, boom, a flat tire. I need to get bailed out of jail for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because something I did on the weekend. Uh, uh, I get in a minor accident and need to hit somebody with a couple $100 real quick, like boom, my bad, homie, and they skate on out. Just I look at life happening and say this is how much money I need to be able to get to in order to rectify whatever the issue is. So I look at my rainy day fund, boom, flat tires, and then I look at my savings as do I need to move? Do I need to get up out of here real quick? How much does it cost to do that? Well, you got your application fee. It depends on where you're moving. You got your 1 month's rent, and then you got your 1 month's deposit. So, if you're looking at a place that let's just say is an even, grand a month, you're gonna have to have a grand plus you're gonna have to have another grand as a deposit, then you're gonna have to have your application fee and however much it costs you to get up and out of there. So you'd be looking at least, $2,500. You know what I'm saying? So I like to have my savings, my rainy day fund, my savings, which is boom, I got to get up and get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Transmission went out or something like that, and I can hit all this off and be okay. I can just boom, 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 and be all right. And then I look at my checking. This is my money, which is constantly in flux. I'm constantly paying for some kind of membership, gym membership. Here I go to two different gyms, so gym membership is coming out of there. The freaking Amazon, whatever you're doing on there, you're watching. If you're watching Winter Soldier, that's on the Disney Channel. And if you're watching that new show about the Black Samurai, heck, that's on Netflix. And then HBO just came out with some stuff too. So you got all those services going on. Boom, that's all coming out of your checking account. Because it's just constantly in flux. So all your services there, your gas money, your extra food that you're getting. So that account is constantly, you constantly have to hit that account up. Boom. It is what it is. But nonetheless, you like for that account to sit at a certain number where it's just not going to go into the negative because you have all of these other financial cushions going on. and not unless you need your card to hit you off for a large amount of money at some point. So, but usually it just, it's just not going to go into the negative. So you have that going on, and then you have your stocks. Okay, so then you have your whatever you're doing on the stocks. Now, I have an Acorn account. It doesn't have much money on it. I just wanted to see what Acorn was going to do, see how it works. So, I have an Acorn account. I have, a Robo account, and I have an Acorn account, I have a Robo account, and I have a Roth IRA. Now, these accounts don't have a lot of money in them. However, what I did with these accounts is I created the last three, the Acorn, the Roth, and um, the stocks that I play on other apps. I did all of that off of the money the government has given me. You know what I'm saying? So the $1,400 they gave me, I said, I don't want to just sitting in my bank account making 0.01% or 0.001%. I want to go ahead and start getting into investments. So I got an Acorn account, put a little bit of money on there. I got a Robo account. I put the majority of money on there, and I started a Roth IRA. Now I start paying more money into that Roth IRA, simply because my Roth IRA is actually doing a lot better than my Robo account. My Robo account is I don't do nothing with that. It's just an account that I don't mess with. That is for the bankers to take and invest in whatever they think they're going to make money at. So they have their own little mix of mutual funds and ETFs, exchange trade funds, um, and the bonds and stocks, things along that line that they think that are going to beat the S&P, the Standard and Poor. Uh, the S&P 500, the S&P 100, the Dow 30. They think that they're going to beat the 10% that the S&P is usually giving off a year. So you put, your money into their hands and say, hey, go ahead and do that. And they're just like, okay. Now, if you lose 20%, you know what I'm saying? If it drops $200, what are you going to do? You're just like either you're going to pull out or stay in. Or if you drop $200 on me, I'm telling you right now, I'm pulling out. Okay, I'm pulling out right now. I'm getting the heck out of there. And what I'm going to do is put that into my Rothi. Now, your Rothi, you can't your Roth is set up, your Roth IRA is set up so you don't touch it within a long time. So 47 months. So, but the Roth, you can't just a Robo account. You can put as much as you want into a Robo account. And it also has a limit where you have to put the least amount in. Some banks want $10,000. I don't have $10,000. Other banks are like $500. We'll do a Robo account for you. So I said, I'll take the $500 deal because it came from the government. Everybody got $1,400, and some people are getting more. So I said, I'll take that deal. Boom, got my $1,400. Open up a Robo account. Uh, Open up a Roth IRA, and the rest sat in my checking account. So that's where that money came from. It's not like I went out and made all this money and I'm just tossing around money. No, I got it from the government, just like you did. So my Roth IRA, uh, I put $240 in my Roth IRA. Then I just put some more money into it that I made actually into my Roth IRA. And uh, okay, so this is long term. You're supposed to put it in there for 47 months, right? I'm sorry, you're supposed to put it in there for 5 years. Mine is till I'm 59. I'm 53 now, so 5 years. That's when I'm supposed to be able to touch this. Is my Roth IRA doing good? Yes, it is. Right now, I am up, as of right now, I'm up $20. So that's good because, like I said, this is all according to the stock exchange. And what I did was uh, I bought a mutual fund. Actually, I bought a couple of them, but I bought a mutual fund, and I actually okay, I bought a mutual fund that was like 33 bucks. It's an Alarian mutual fund. Alarian, that's Alarian. I think that's what it's called. Now I bought that on my Acorn. I have money into it. I have it on my Roth IRA. I have it also on my Cash App. So I have a few dollars invested just in that one fund, but that one fund is uh, has different things that it goes after. So it's just a mix, of different stocks and bonds that it goes after, and I like it because it's producing. Now I look at, of course, the day, week, month, year, and what it's done since inception. I look at all those dates on everything that I invest in, and I go, what's it done this year? And when I see that, it has done one of those numbers, I'm like, okay, sounds like I wanna stick with this, and it's not the highest paying one, but also the thing about the fund that I chose, it gives dividends. Now I'm not sure when dividends come out on this particular fund, but uh, nonetheless, it's worth getting. So this is what I'm trying to encourage you guys. Uh, Take a couple dollars. Um, you can go to Cash App and grab a mutual fund. You know what I'm saying? If you guys got 50 bucks, get this fund. Just get it and just let it sit. You know what I'm saying? Don't use that $50. And just like that's what I did. I took little increments of money and put it into certain funds, and these funds are now making me dollars. They're making me money. Okay, now this is not money that I'm living off of. Things along that line. I'm not doing those type of numbers. You know what I'm saying? If I was doing 20 bucks, freaking, I don't know, every half hour, then maybe, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I got 20 bucks out of it. It is a long term investment, you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna get into this, look at it in the long term. My Roth IRA I can't touch, well, you're not supposed to touch until 5 years. Now I also grabbed a CD. Now a CD I grabbed from my other bank. And I grabbed the CD because I noticed that according to what the stock market is doing, now the S&P usually gives you 10%, right? But according to what the stock market's doing right now, and the wins and losses, especially the other day, had some losses. I said, basically, you're gonna get me, okay, you're gonna get me 10% of whatever I put into it. I'm like, okay. So if you put in 100, you're gonna get 10 bucks out of it within the year. I looked at the 0.4% that the CD was gonna get me and say, well, it is guaranteed that I'm gonna get 4% out of whatever I put into the CD. So if you put in 100 bucks into that CD, you're going to get what, 4 bucks out of it. And you're like, $4, that's not a big deal after a year. It's just like, yeah, but that $4 is more secure than the $40 that you're that you think you're well. Let me. Okay, yeah. Okay, so if you're getting 10%, you're getting $10 off of 100. You're getting 4%. If you get 4%, you get 4% off of 100. And this is, I'm sorry, this is 0.4%. You're getting $4 off of that 100. So you're like, okay, the S&P is going to get me more. Well, the stock market, is it worth playing? The answer to me is yes, it is, but you have to have money that you're willing to risk. You really, really, really do. You have to have that in your mind. Like, I'm willing to lose this money, and I mean, you give your money to the bank can do what they want with it. We know sometimes they don't even want to give people their money because they just don't feel comfortable giving you money. That is rightfully yours. They're just like one lady said, I don't feel comfortable giving you this money, and didn't give the woman her money. And that was just that. Another lady was like, pulled up and went to the bank to get her money. And they asked her where she got the money from, and she didn't want to tell them because it's not their business. And they said, okay, well, your account's under investigation. And they just kept it under investigation where she couldn't get anything. Or you can have something that happened to me recently. I had somebody charge my card, some entity charged my card from the internet, and they went and shut my card down. So, you can just have things like that happen to pretty much anyone. And so now they're sending me another card. So I got a CD that is 0.4%, and what I wanted to do was feel comfortable with the gains I'm going to get off of that CD. Once again, we're not talking about a lot of money here. So don't be, old Tone's got a Tone does not have a lot of money. But with what I do is when I go and make a couple dollars, I like to hold on to it. Okay? I like to hold on to whatever little bit of money I get, and then I like to take that money and disseminate it into some form where I think it's just going to bring me back more money. And once my rent's paid and all my other stuff is paid, and I'm not really in need of anything, I don't like to have that money just sitting around unless it's the piggy bank. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like to have that money just sitting around and doing nothing. I like to say, okay, I'll take a small risk, you know, and put it into a savings. I'll take another risk and put it into a long term CD. This is money that I don't need. You know what I'm saying? But even if you do need that money from your CD, that CD is going to charge. So if you have $100 and you put it into a CD that matures in 47 months, they're going to charge you $3 if you take that money out. That's what they're going to tax you. $3 if you take that money out earlier. Oh, if you take it out in the year, they're going to charge you $3. That's what's going to happen. So if that money is still accessible to you, it's not like they took it and went away with it. It's still accessible to you. It's just that you get penalized if you take that money out. You know what I'm saying? If you need that money all of a sudden, if your rainy day fund and your savings fund got eaten up by some type of, you had to go and buy, a car, or you were looking at this, new house that came up and you needed all the money just to get into this house. Okay, yeah, or somebody needed an emergency, money, and then, you're just like, you know what? It is what it is. So in life happens. Things that you want, you're looking at what you have and then what you can get, and you're just like, boom, I'm going for it. So you gather up all your little bit of money together and you count up your little nickels and dimes and pennies, and you say, boom, here it is. Give this to me. And sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Sometimes that house is a bust. Sometimes the house is the best thing you ever did. It's just like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, for this house. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh my God, what the heck did I get into? Adios meals. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much stable. But like I said, life happens, and yeah, just letting you guys know. You guys who are sitting on money, you know what I'm saying? Or Bitcoin. I buy and sell Bitcoin. I have a love hate relationship with Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin $50 at a time. The shares of Bitcoin is like $57,000. I don't have that kind of money. So I'll buy Bitcoin and, you know, see if it's going to go up or down. Usually it goes down, then it goes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I just lost $2.50 in Bitcoin again. You know what I mean? But I want to keep it because I know it's going to shoot up. I know Bitcoin's going to fly up, and as soon as I sell it, it's going to climb and hit, and I would have missed out on $10. I don't listen. I don't like missing out on $10. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna hold on to it. I'm not gonna trade off and on with Bitcoin anymore. If it drops down to $40, I might go ahead and grab my $40 right there. Because I ain't trying to lose no more than 10. But if it stays within that range where I could lose $10, or gain $10, I'm gonna stay right there. I'm thinking that eventually it's gonna shoot back up, and I'm gonna double my money on it. And if I do, I'm just gonna just buy $50 more. So that's my whole thing with Bitcoin. Anyways, your boy Tone 202, peace.